Hey, welcome back. It's JWalter here. I made a video about 1 month ago stating that it was the worst time to buy a brand new house. Well, I'm making today's video because it just got worse to buy a brand new house in 2022, and a lot worse. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss why you should not buy a brand new house this year. And of course, this is coming from a guy who makes a living by helping people buy and sell houses. Instead, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about the cons associated with buying a brand new house this year. With that said, please hit the like button and also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and I'll keep you posted with all the latest developments in our US housing market. Thank you so much for doing that, and also a big thank you to Lemonade for sponsoring today's video, but more on that later. One reason why you may want to pass on buying a brand new house in 2022 is due to the high premium that you pay. For example, the cost of building materials has been soaring, and guess who pays for these added costs? You, the home buyer, because the builder passed on these costs down to the consumer. For example, after climbing to all-time highs in May of last year, lumber prices began climbing once again in November. Lumber prices have shot up over 150% in just the last 6 months alone. In addition, current prices are about 3 times their average pre-pandemic price. CNBC reported that these higher costs of lumber are adding $19,000 to the cost of a newly constructed house. It's not just lumber costs that are adding to the cost of buying a brand new house right now, because according to the National Association of Homebuilders, building material prices as a whole have increased by 20.3% from 1 year ago. The price of paint has increased between 20 and 30%. In addition, compared to 1 year ago, appliance prices have increased 13%, and heating and air systems have risen by 14%. Due to soaring construction costs, this is putting upward pressure on home prices. That, along with rising mortgage rates, have caused housing affordability for brand new houses to dip to a 10-year low. And the likelihood of rising mortgage rates in the months to come threatens to drive down housing affordability further. Speaking of housing affordability, the US Census Bureau announced recently that the median sold price of newly constructed houses in the US rose to $423,000 in January. This isn't much less than the all-time record high of $427,000 that was set last October. Compare this to 2020, the median sold price was only $336,000. And because new home prices have been soaring, approximately 87.5 million households, or approximately 69% of all US households, can no longer afford to buy a new median price home. This means that 7 out of 10 US households lack the income to qualify for a mortgage. There are also additional costs associated with buying a brand new house that you may not be aware of. Not only are home buyers paying for these added costs for building materials, they also generally pay higher property taxes in the form of Mello-Roos. Mello-Roos are additional property taxes that you pay to pay for the infrastructure around a brand new home development. These would be things such as sidewalks, street lights, parks, and even schools. Property tax rates for brand new home developments can be in the range of 1.5 to 1.6% in California. Compare this to buying an older house, property taxes are around 1.25%. In addition, many new home developments have HOA dues. These can be in the range of $50 per month all the way up to $300 or more. So in other words, when you add all these costs up, it makes it more expensive to buy a brand new house than an existing house that doesn't have Mello-Roos or an HOA. And on that bombshell, I'm excited to announce that today's video is sponsored by Lemonade Home Insurance. If you're a homeowner, you need home insurance. It can help cover the cost of damage to your house, pay your personal liability costs, like if someone gets hurt at your property, and protect your valuables should they become stolen or damaged. Lemonade Home Insurance can be a lifesaver after a fire, water damage, theft, liability, or other weather-related events. Even acts of God, yes, like a volcano. Lemonade also has award-winning customer service. Both the Apple App Store and Google Play list the company with nearly 5 out of 5 stars after receiving over 60,000 reviews from satisfied customers. Also, for the second year in a row, Lemonade was voted the most loved insurance in America. Plans start as low as $25 per month, a small price to pay to put your mind at ease and also to protect your most valuable asset. So given all the positive remarks for Lemonade, those looking for convenience, excellent technology, and award-winning customer service may find Lemonade a great choice when it comes to home insurance. Feel free to use the link below in the description and tap the Check Our Prices button to get a free quote. Thank you so much, and with that said, let's get back to the video. In my opinion, one of the biggest downfalls about buying a brand new house right now is that your mortgage rate is uncertain. What this means for you is that when you place a deposit down on a dirt lot and the house is not going to be built for 6 to 12 months, you won't know what your mortgage interest rate is going to be until you're much closer to the house being completed. So in other words, you give the builder your deposit, but you have no idea what your final mortgage payment is going to be until you can lock in your mortgage rate. Given that rates have increased more than 1% since last August and they could rise further, this is a big risk for home buyers looking to buy a brand new house. So normally you can't lock in your mortgage rate until the house is much closer to being built. However, I reached out to Matt, the mortgage guy, and there are some workarounds, but they come with an added cost. Depending on their lender, home buyers may have the opportunity to lock in their mortgage rate much sooner than waiting until the house is being built, and this is called a rate lock. According to Investopedia, a mortgage rate lock is an agreement between a borrower, which is the home buyer, and their lender that allows the borrower to lock in their mortgage rate for a specified time period. A loan lock provides the borrower with protection against a rise in rates during the lock period. At the time of this video, the average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is around 4 to 4.2%. That gets you a 30-day rate lock. This means the builder will notify you when your house is complete, you'll lock in your mortgage rate for 30 days, and you'll close escrow before that rate lock expires. So for argument's sake, let's say this 30-day rate lock comes with a 3.99% rate. However, if you're worried that mortgage rates are going to increase by the time you're able to lock in your rate, you can opt to do a longer time period. According to Matt, a 60-day rate lock comes with a slightly higher rate of 4.125% at the time of this video. If you want a 90-day rate lock, that's going to come with a 4.25% mortgage rate. If you want 180 days, that's going to be 4.75%. So in other words, you would pay an additional 0.75% more in your mortgage rate in order to lock in at 180 days prior to closing escrow versus waiting until your home is complete. Compare that with buying an older house with a 4% mortgage rate and also potentially with no Mello-Roos and no HOA dues, and you can see why buying a brand new house comes with a premium. In addition, here's a very big risk for home buyers. If you're looking to buy a brand new house, then builders right now are encountering delays in construction. So if you need additional time beyond what your rate lock allows, you're going to have to pay an extension fee. And those extension fees in order to extend your rate lock are not inexpensive. They can be thousands of dollars depending on your lender. So with that said, a big thanks to Lemonade for sponsoring today's video, and check out that link below to get a free quote. Also, if you got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. And also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.